in front of my face. He is a poet, a writer, an author, awesome man, revolutionary. Get you in trouble on Facebook, y'all. Please welcome Devin Wright.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Before I start, I haven't done spoken word. I don't really do it. I used to do it like 15 years ago. I know I don't look that old, but yeah, about 15 years ago I was serious. So I need that disclaimer if I'm going to follow Natasha, because this is what she does. I'm a writer now, and I started writing because my poetry got a little bit too sophisticated, and you'll find out when I do some. So I like narrative. I like to go deep into the narrative. I like my stuff to be layered. So I got novels and plays now. And I want to mention this. I represent East Fort Worth. Poly. Yeah, Poly. Most people say, yo, you from Poly, you're supposed to be writing books, you know. So I always, if anybody, my Facebook friends, everything I do is real political, and I'm also making a big point about the perception of what somebody from the hood is supposed to be doing. You know, so I want to stand as an example of, yo, everybody from the hood ain't gangster. Ain't nothing gangster about me. Now, I'm familiar with gangster. I ain't no punk. I want to put that out there.
Go ahead, go ahead.
You know, you can be an intellectual. You can have your own personal library, you know. You can debate people from colleges. I do that all the time. I went to college for a second, but that ain't what I learned my stuff from. All right, so I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. So if you like what I'm doing, I mean, I got some merchandise, but I want you to think like, okay, this guy's from the ghetto. I want y'all to keep that there. You know, my moniker on Facebook, I always say urban intellectual. I think we got a lot of talent in the hood. Matter of fact, most of my friends are from the hood. They're from Southside, they're from, I ain't got no Como friends here. But yeah, everybody from the hood ain't what the media paints them to be. You know, so I want to go against that. I want to go against that corporate ideal that they make it seem like, yo, everybody there doesn't want anything out of life. They're all criminals. I think it's a joke, and I think we gotta squash that with our own dialogue. All right?
All right.
That's why I went and grabbed one of my books, because I don't know a lot of my pieces by heart anymore. Let's see what I can find to represent myself. I do one of them I know by heart. I don't want to read it. This piece is 15 years old. So if I make a mistake, please excuse me. But yeah, I was a lot younger when I wrote this. It's called The Waters. Eyes blind as the tides rise from the desensitized, and I find that closed eyes don't see visions. Through the humblest living, I have improvised, exposed to stimuli which shows I am enclosed in open spaces, sentenced to life in prison, in surrounds of soaking faces, but more so, smiling faces, detached from situations in which they are part and they are cause before I start. As I watch the waves, I pause. Some say I'm a rebel without a cause. Those that they have never expected the dirt beneath my claws, the broken earth beneath my paws, the facts about their laws, nor the tracks within my drawers, yet have an opinion. I lied the shores of sanity, yes, this brink is my dominion. Being contrary to popular belief is the fuel that runs my engine and the tool that brings you grief. 'Tis I that dares to enter the troubled waters that lie within the beast. My soul is collateral for the deceased, and you are scared to touch the beach. Exposed are each who shows just speech, while I have no time to preach. It's my kind that dies in streets. Can't you feel the tide increase? Can't you see it's you that controls the valve of potential pressure? I release your humble servant. I stand amongst the sand while you're conversing with the serpent, awaiting your command. For I to wrestle with the current, or at least the motion hand for change within this ocean, but your addiction to vile affliction sickens my stance towards friction. A man unsure, yet still poised within a battle position. Listen, your slave. In the watery grave, I crave the rage, and the waves have quickened. You still can't make a decision. Hiding behind your religion. Wrapped up amidst the snake of space-age pimping. With his every mention, stroking your genitalia until submission. I seek to heed the battle cry that's on the waters as I listen. At my post upon the coast being taunted, I'm easily provoked. Whether yielding the power of voice when I can't cope, compounding Federal Reserve notes, or even holding a rifle with a scope because I just can't vote, and that's all in hope that the next won't be as soon to grab my throat and continually choke my very existence. I find myself looking into the waters and wondering if I'll float. If not so, I still can stroke. Is it free to willingly be the walker of ledges between the edges of reality and your perception? The life lived leads one to question what really is and what is not, with no frame of reference. Where in hell is my spot? Right here, inhale. As I hold the entails and feast on the entrails of a society quickly going, I ask myself, is it worse for me? Because I can see clearly. You's not knowing, with the dollar sign showing you're still holding, but I see the waters of change flowing. As I'm growing, stop thinking you're ahead when your actions show you're slowing. Would it be better if the best of my ancestors lie wetter in the frigid waters as do some? They who not succumb to the pressure. Or shall I be proud to exist as the lesser? Like you. Treated unfairly. Like you. But me, I know what I might do. Maybe bathed within the waves they've already wet my right shoe and it felt like an orgasm. Was free from the chasm of the psyche of a nation which breeds manipulation. Now I truly feel the need to proceed and leave this situation. Just if I could get you to believe. Instead of sitting waiting, wondering who will lead when in the mirror is who you're facing. It's time. Mentally show up, gear up, stop clashing, start splashing into Satan. And if so, it's guaranteed I'll be somewhere in there waiting in the waters of revolution.